All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. We're now live. We're going to be going over TikTok and Facebook ad questions. What's going on? See a lot of familiar faces. Welcome, everybody. A lot of you are rejoining from last week's live. Hello, everyone. Awesome. Welcome. Great to see everybody. Lots happening this week with the potential TikTok ban, and there's a lot of new releases on TikTok ads in general with things you can do with targeting and different tools. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Looks like everybody's from all around the world again. Love it. Awesome. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's crushing it for their week and crushing it for the year. All right. So let's go ahead and start getting some TikTok and Facebook ad questions going. How much is the one-on-one ads mastery mentorship? Chief of Profit asked. Go ahead and DM me 1,000. We're actually running a 72-hour sale right now where we're giving a $1,000 credit towards anybody who books a call and joins the mentorship. So DM me if you're interested in joining. We have tons of students who go through the mentorship every year and absolutely crush it with their business. We not only show you TikTok ad, Facebook ad strategies, but literally do it one-on-one with you on the calls. TikTok is banned in India, but many people still use it with a VPN. Yeah, that's interesting. If it is banned in the US, I don't see a ton of people using a VPN just to access it anymore. A lot of people are going to jump to another platform for sure. The chances of TikTok getting bought out by another company is also extremely rare. You got to think a company like TikTok is going to be valued between 40 billion, 60 billion, $100 billion company with how many users it has and how fast their ad spend is growing because it's such a good platform to run ads on. They're not going to be able to sell to a company like Facebook, Snapchat, or Google, even if they have the funds, because that'd provoke antitrust laws for sure. And if there was a business like Oracle, which went for a bid in 2020 to actually buy TikTok, it would still be a very rare deal to go through. So it's very unlikely that TikTok's going to be purchased. And the chances of it being banned are fairly high. There is a good chance that it is going to be banned. All right. Let me know what your thoughts are on the potential TikTok ban, and also start dropping in your questions, where you're from on TikTok and Facebook. What's the best product price for TikTok? You should go to the TikTok Creative Center and go to top products. They have this brand new tool, and you can see what the highest performing products are on TikTok. They actually break it down by ad spend. So you can see if clothing, people are asking about niches, go to this tool and you'll be able to see if clothing's performing best, jewelry. You'll be able to see the exact price points that people are selling their product at, what they're averaging in terms of ROAS, cost per purchase, all of this data. And you can see exactly if TikTok makes the most sense for running paid ads. 2024 US elections have triggered this. Okay. Can you opt out if you do not want your ads to appear on the Creative Center? Yes, you can definitely opt out to prevent your ads from showing up in the ad library on TikTok specifically. And lots of brands do this. It is very common. A lot of brands don't want people to find out what ads they're running. All right, Instagram, let's get some questions going. What's the best way to scale a skincare brand over Facebook ads? Right now, we have 40 euros per day and are only going with broad audiences. We test multiple creative angles. Do a side-by-side comparison. Compare your skincare brand against another brand. This is a great way to improve return on ad spend. Do a benefit where you break down the actual ingredients. Do a routine video where you walk through how to use the product, when to use it, how frequently to use it. Run a special offer. Those are types of ads you can immediately implement and start seeing results with. Shout out Tyler, the creator. All right, welcome everybody. What do you recommend for pre-launch businesses? Posting on TikTok. Pre-launch can do insane numbers. We've had somebody do 80,000 email list signups. We've had somebody do a 300K drop. We've had people do, 60K in sales off of a pre-launch. You can do that by making story posts on TikTok, talking about your business, the design. Pre-launch would be absolutely massive. And you can have people go to the website and purchase, or you can just have people opt in. Either strategy can work really well. See a lot of familiar faces here on the live today. How much do keywords play a role in conversions? Depends on what you mean by keywords. Your keywords in terms of free shipping, that can play a big role in your conversions, a call out like that, or swipe left on TikTok. Keywords will have a big impact if you know exactly which ones are converting best. Should you ever make content directly promoting coaching services on TikTok? Yeah, you definitely can. There's tons of coaches on TikTok that are absolutely crushing it. You can get tons of leads from there. We run ads on there. Now, when you mean directly promoting, if you're referring to organic side first, I would focus on what you offer, how you can benefit, and getting people to engage with your videos before running paid ads. Does it work out in TikTok's ads manager with running ads with the campaign budget optimization? We've been using ABO on TikTok primarily. The CBO will almost always push all your budget in one direction, but they're both worth testing for sure. Every business is different. For an oral care brand starting out, how do you recommend budgeting Facebook ads? Go heavy early or start slow? For Facebook ads, definitely start slow and increase as you see the results. Gradually scale. If you scale too fast and you don't get good results, then you're risking more spend going out and not seeing any returns. CTA to go to website link. Should you ever make content? Okay, yeah, definitely have a call to action. Always have call to actions to tell people where to go. That's absolutely massive because people watch a video, they'll find value, they'll scroll, continue on without ever moving forward. You have to have a call to action. What is a healthy ROAS when it comes to e-commerce business? DM me the word tool and I'll send you like a break-even ROAS calculator. Anything above your break-even is going to be good because it's profitable. And that way you can actually make money and you can scale up. Now, a healthy ROAS in terms of what you want it to be after your break-even, if your break-even's a 1.8x and you're getting a 3x ROAS, that's pretty good, but you could be shooting for a 4x ROAS because you know you can achieve it. So it all just depends on your business goals and what you're trying to do. A lot of brands will break even on their ROAS and make all their money on the back end. Big businesses understand this and do that. Any good Shopify apps for retaining customers? Yeah, there's tons of Shopify apps. If you haven't signed up for search.com, you should for ad tracking. And we're going to be releasing multiple features within the Shopify app store. When should you use Advantage Plus? Good for testing. Absolutely launch Advantage Plus. If you have ad account data, if you've been running ads for a year or a few months or even a few weeks, definitely launch Advantage Plus campaigns. They can become really successful because they're leveraging your account history data. How would you recommend marketing out a POD supplement brand starting out? Yeah, so I would start making organic TikTok posts, start leaning into founder story, start talking about the product, doing reviews, answering comments, and then you can even do interview style videos where you have people try out the supplement, taste test, comparisons that way. Those are always very interesting. And then start with Facebook ads and launching it. If you get a really good interview and like style video that works or goes viral on TikTok and you get a ton of sales, launch TikTok ads immediately with it. I just made a video today on Instagram about this. They're absolutely crushing it. Thank you for the badge. Really appreciate it. Nick just bought a badge. Thank you. What if TikTok gets banned in the US? Well, a lot of people are going to migrate to YouTube Shorts. A lot of people will probably go to Instagram and Facebook, but a majority of people are going to be looking for a new app. And so there's going to be a big opportunity in the market for people to flood over. Lots of spend will be taken away and migrated to other platforms. You'll see a rush of users. Will probably be a big frenzy. It's pretty likely that it would get banned just with the way things are going right now. Let's go, Chase. Thank you, Josh. Awesome. Thanks. I have a nootropic supplement brand. That's amazing. Would love to try it out. Great content, Chase. Thank you. What do you do when TikTok ads isn't accurately tracking all your conversions? You sign up for surge.com. We're about to release into testing, so you can definitely try that out here pretty soon. I have a campaign that's only tracked 3 out of 6 orders. Yep, definitely sign up for surge.com. We've been working on this for years. I'm really excited to release it this go around. It's going to be absolutely incredible. There's so many things and features that you're going to be able to try out and use. And I think a lot of you will be mind blown if you try it out. We have an incredible team, have been expanding like crazy and really focusing in on the data and innovating in this space. How soon do you think TikTok could get banned in the US? Fairly soon. I mean, we're looking at a very short timeline here. And we're talking, depending on how things go, it could be 30 days. So not for cold testing. When should you use Advantage Plus? Good for testing. It's good for testing if you've already gone through the testing process. So if you've gone through any of my trainings, then you're already done your interest testing. You have your lookalikes. You have proven ads. Advantage Plus is good to test once you already have these things that have already been proven for you. What do you do when TikTok ads is okay? We already answered that one. What's the monthly cost going to be for that? Pricing will be released very soon. Just make sure to keep checking the website. Should be live here within the next week or so in terms of pricing. What does big brands make money in the back end mean? Yeah, so essentially, if you have a break-even business, like Diverscom, if you remember that business, it was a break-even for their product. They would essentially sell a product, and people would buy it for their customer acquisition costs were the same as what they were selling their product for. But the thing is they're acquiring so many users that they were upselling all of their customers on additional products like baby formula, baby clothes, all this stuff. And they ended up being very profitable from their email list, their SMS list. The bigger your actual campaign list you have, the more you can actually get profits out of the business. So when you acquire users from Facebook and TikTok, you now own that customer if you have their email or phone number. And all you have to do is just keep reaching out to them, and you can make a ton of money doing that. Can you explain how to best structure campaigns for ads versus ad sets? Okay, so on a campaign level, you want your campaigns for lookalike separate from your broad, from your interest, from your actual retargeting. This is so that way you can maintain the data, and also the audience sizes vary dramatically. And if you ever switch to CBO or ABO, the budgeting is going to be thrown off if you have all this stuff jumbled together. So you want to keep it separate to begin with because it's going to run a lot more efficiently. And you can scale it and understand if lookalikes are better than interest or how your retargeting is performing. Lots of people mix this stuff up, and it makes it very complicated within their actual ad account. And the ad set is where your audiences are. You can control the budget there, or you can control it on your campaign level. Ad sets house your audience and house your ads. Campaigns house your ad sets and ads. Thanks, absolutely. Are Pinterest ads underrated? Potentially, maybe. We don't see a lot of people using them. Depends on what the ROIs are there. If you've ever ran them, let me know. Yes, we are running a 72-hour sale for a $1,000 credit for anybody who joins our mentorship. Best platform for running wall art ads. We've done this on Facebook and scaled up dramatically. 100K plus months. Very easy to do so if you understand the right audience. Facebook is a great way to go there. TikTok's really good for visuals, or like if you're trying on clothes or showing off a necklace or jewelry, those types of things, or supplements and stuff like that, is very easy to scale on TikTok. What return on ad spend value should dictate the scaling, and how long does one wait to scale? Well, if you're profitable, then you can scale. But let's say you have a 2x ROAS and that's your break even, and you're at a 2.5x ROAS. You're profitable right now on $100 daily. You're making back $250, $50 profit. The problem is if you scale at only a 2.5, which is a 0.5 difference, you're likely to see a drop in your return on ad spend over time as you scale. So your profit's actually going to go down fairly quickly. Whereas if you have a 7x ROAS, you're absolutely crushing it at $100 daily, generating $700. Well, if you were to scale that, you're going to have a lot more room to scale over time, because as that number goes down, you're still very profitable. So you want a really good return on ad spend, the really low spend initially, so that way as you can scale up, you're maintaining a very high return on ad spend. And even if it does decrease, you're still making a ton of profit. So always shoot for a very strong ROAS early on, so that way when you do start to scale, you have a lot of room before it starts to decrease. Should new businesses focus on leads rather than conversions? Focus on both. As a new business, the primary thing you should be doing is trying to get sales, because the business needs to survive. Okay. Hey, Chase, do you know Facebook Live event ads? Absolutely. Is there an application to apply for the function? It's happening privately in our country. Every country is different. Facebook rolls out testing. They roll out betas. It's all based on location for who gets access to what. Best way to go about this is signing up for a business manager on Facebook if you haven't done so already, and then making sure you've verified everything so that way you can get more access. Should new businesses, worth continuing TikTok ads with all the uncertainty? Absolutely. Until the ban happens, you're good to run TikTok ads. And if anything, you could be capturing the opportunity right now. TikTok ads are a huge opportunity for people to get lots of sales. And tons of people are going to be hesitant about running them, which is another reason to be on there. And since there is so much hype around this whole subject, there's going to be more and more people on TikTok to begin with. So the traffic is even crazier right now. And then people are getting their opinions are getting so entrenched in their viewpoints around how they feel about the platform. I'm seeing all these people comment how much they love TikTok, and they're spilling out their heart about TikTok. They're talking about how they, discover new influencers, new brands, and are buying things from TikTok, and they don't trust Facebook ads. This is like people essentially programming themselves to spend more money on the platform, engage more with businesses. And it's an absolute frenzy for businesses right now because they're capturing so much of these sales because people love buying on the platform. TikTok is amazing. I love it more than Facebook. There you go. All my conversions come from one static ad. I've not been able to test properly. Can you explain learning phase? Is this what's happening? If all of your conversions are coming from one static ad, it could be because of a few reasons. One, it has all the social proof, so therefore it's capturing a majority of the results. The second reason is because all of the other ads you tested are not related to this one, and this one's converting best. Number three is the other ads didn't get any spin, so therefore Facebook is doubling down on this one static ad because it is converting. Another reason is you actually just need to launch new ads that are similar to this type of static ad you have that's working, but launch them in an audience without the ad that is converting. So that way you can test and actually see results on different ads. Learning phase isn't what's preventing you from being profitable. Learning phase helps when you exit it once you're already doing about 50 conversions a week, 20 to 50 conversions in a week. If you're doing that, then getting out of learning phase can definitely help you increase your results by, an average of 20%. And it's really about consistency. You're going to see fluctuations in your results during learning phase. After learning phase, your results are like very pinpointed, meaning you're seeing like 5 sales every day, pretty spot on with, 1 or 2 deviations in it. During learning phase, you might have 20 sales in a day, no sales the next day, no sales the next day, 5, 6. It's just all over the place because the system's testing different cohorts and brackets of audiences. So you have a lot of turbulence with your ads. Is there any benefit to having a creator account instead of a business? Yeah, creator accounts can use audio that's different from businesses. So you can use trending sounds. A business might have access to certain analytics that creators don't. Does TikTok limit organic reach for business? Not necessarily, but it could if your account's built off of trends and certain sounds, and that could technically limit you because you don't have access. Thank you for buying a badge. Really appreciate it. Lightbender, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Chase, what if there isn't a button to verify on my business manager? What can I do? Well, verify your identity through your Facebook account first. That will start to open up more access for you. That's one of the primary reasons most of the ad accounts get banned is not having your verification done. It's one of the easiest things to help prevent that. Would love to see you scale the new store from zero. Yeah, absolutely. Check out my most recent YouTube video. We literally just launched a video talking about how to do your first 10K with your Shopify. An audience is doing well within an ad set, but we've honed it down to just one ad. What's the best way to test the same audience with new ads? If you only have one audience that's doing well, then just try to find a similar audience. I wouldn't try testing that audience over and over with new ads. You're just going to compete against yourself, and it's going to end up lowering your results. Does your mentorship teach us to run our own ads in the ads manager? Definitely want to know more about what's going on and not rely on my ad agency. Absolutely. That's exactly what the mentorship does. Shows you how to manage it in-house. Lots of people like this because agencies can tend to be either expensive or it just doesn't make sense as an ROI. Our mentorship is a one-time payment. And then you get a full year access, so you don't have a recurring monthly fee. Usually it's more profitable for businesses to go through our mentorship because they can learn how to do it in-house, manage it. We'll also teach your team, if you have one, on how to actually manage the ads. So essentially everything we do at our agency, if you can't hire an agency, we'll teach you everything you need to know on how to manage it with all the strategies in the exact way we would do it, except you're able to do it yourself. So it's definitely worth the value. And we're running a sale right now for 72 hours. If you want to join, tax season is here and can be very beneficial. You're not reading my question for the 4th time. Let's see where your question was. Can't find your question. Ask it again. What do you do when it says ads spend out of budget and ads get turned off? Well, with your TikTok, you should switch from manual to automatic so that way that doesn't happen. Or if you max out your spend, just raise your budget, but only do it if you're getting results. If not, then it doesn't really make sense. Hi, Chase. What do you choose for location? People living in location? plus recently in this location, or only people living in location? Yeah, I mean, you can test both. The living in location makes sense for a lot of local businesses because you don't want travelers being captured in your ads there. Like if you have a restaurant or if you have, a car wash business or anything that's to do with local people, living in makes sense. And if you have a big ticket item where you have to like ship, this huge item to somebody's home, then living in also makes sense, like furniture, online furniture, that type of thing. You definitely want to be targeting living in. But if somebody's visiting a different state or just traveling, you can leave that targeting open and still see good results. People still buy while they're away from home and send stuff, or they buy gifts for other people while traveling. So you got to think of the other buyer. They might not be buying for themselves and sending it to their address. They might be buying it and sending it to somebody else. And it's also good because if somebody sees your ad, well, the retargeting is going to capture them if they're traveling. So you're still staying top of mind while they're in another country. Whereas if you don't have that, when they leave the country, they don't see your brand again. They start to forget about it. They come back, and you could have already had the opportunity to capture a sale by then. All right, lots of good questions. We're going to have one or two more here. What is the optimal amount of campaigns for Facebook ads? Yeah, about 4 campaigns. This is your lookalikes, your interest, your broad, your retargeting. This is a good structure for data. What do you do when it says, okay, we already answered that one. Which platform is overall most profitable in your experience? All platforms vary dramatically, and it totally depends on what you're running. You could run a retargeting campaign targeting your own brand name on Google and see a 7 to 12 ROAS every single month at a very low spend, and no other platform can compete with that. But that's because it's a retargeting on your own branded terms if you were already searching for it. It's all relative. So every platform is very different, and it just depends on what you're selling and who your audience is. So you should definitely test. I always recommend to start with Facebook. You can get to $80K a month with your business off of Facebook. And then it makes sense to launch Google ads with that. And then it makes sense to also be testing on TikTok as well. I had 3 ad sets running and each one had a sale. Should I have upped the budget? Yeah, double your budget. If you're at like 5 daily, go to 10. Can you outline what your course you currently have? I see different versions, 2.0. Yeah, the 2.0 was made after iOS 14 changes, meaning it was post changes from the tracking. So it's the most recently updated. 1.0 is priced the way it is because it's an older program, one of the first ones I put together. I'm trying to figure out my ads and could use your guys' help. Awesome. Yeah, definitely DM me. Would be happy to. All right, we're going to take one more question here. How much do I need to spend to know if a product is a winner? Spending 50 to 75. It depends on what your product costs, for one. If your product costs, say, $10 and you've already spent nearly $100 and have seen no sales, then you probably should turn off your campaign. But if your product costs $1,000 and you've only spent $50, well, you definitely going to need to spend a lot more than that to be able to find out. Realistically, it's not by spend, it's more or less by time. So your timeline is really what you want to look at. So looking at a 5 to 7 day timeline, most people can expect to sell within the first 5 to 7 days of launching an ad, especially if you're testing enough audiences and ads to begin with. Your case study vids killed it for me, to be honest. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. So glad that those videos have helped you. We love case studies and always love sharing results. We get so many results every day and absolutely love it. All right. I hope everyone has an amazing Friday. Go crush it with your business and make sure to DM me 1,000 if you're interested in joining the mentorship. Thank you all for joining and have an amazing weekend. Do you think interest or broad is better on Facebook? Test both. They're both good.